A very big welcome to Seacliff House. I'm Brendan Tarazzi.
And I'm Amanda Tarazzi.
And we're the owners of this property. The purpose of this video is just to give you a quick overview of what the property is about and where the boundaries are, so you can have a really comfortable stay. So when you arrive at Seacliff, you'll be coming off Princes Highway, either from the south or from the north from Sydney. What's really important is that when you arrive that you use this passageway, which is actually a right-of-way through our neighbour's property, to go into the gates at Seacliff. So when you or your contractors come up the rite of passage, it's really important to understand that our boundary actually starts at these gates. So no parking on this side, only parking on this side of the gate. So you'll know from reading your terms and conditions that we have restrictions on the amount of cars that can be parked on the property. This is for a variety of reasons, but basically in a nutshell, you need to bus in and bus out your guests onto the property. Refer back to your terms and conditions to see exactly how many cars are allowed on site, but basically it's restricted to the amount of guests staying in the property, some of your contractors, and also any elderly or people with disabilities. So wherever you see a white fence, that's actually a boundary to the Seacliff property, so it's really important that with your props, and say if you've got a photographer, that you don't go past that white fence. That's a neighbouring property, and again, you know, we want to respect our neighbours and make sure that you're not going onto their property. So the white fence, that's your limit. Setting up lights, all that sort of thing, just make sure it's on our side of the fence. So welcome to the barn. This is the area which you can do whatever you like with, really. It's set up as a blank canvas, so you need to bring in all the furniture, all the decorations, all that sort of thing. And the great thing about the barn is you've got this rigging, original rigging, which you can use to tie, you know, lighting or plants or flowers, whatever you want to do to get creative. Just probably the most important thing to remember here is just to remember to return the barn to how you found it. So if you're using cable ties or any other things that, you know, to attach things, just make sure that's all removed before the end of the stay. So this is the caterer's preparation area. It's really important to note that it's not a kitchen, it's actually just a prep area to prepare food. If you're doing any cooking, we advise that you need to cook outside on this area here, like barbecues and all that sort of thing, anything that you're bringing in. And the other thing is, if you're a caterer working here, we need to see copies of your insurances and food safety supervisor if that's appropriate. So this area here has been designed for mobile caravans or mobile drink stands, whatever you like to call them. It'd be great if you could use this designated area rather than the lawn to park vehicles on. That just helps us maintain the lawn for future usage. As you know, Seacliff is a BYO venue. When you're serving alcohol, it's really important that your contractors have their RSA licence, and we need to see evidence of that uploaded into the system. So if you're erecting anything on the grounds of Seacliff, you need to let us know before you do so. And the other important thing is that you refer to the electrical plan, because there's actually a lot of services running underneath this ground. So there's two outdoor bathroom areas for you to use. One block near the barn and the other block out near the ceremony area. It's really important that only the guests staying at the property go inside the house. You're not allowed your wedding guests, your event guests inside the house. So this is the area where your mobile cool rooms can go, and also the skips are provided as part of your event, so you can fill that up. And then one other thing, we support the local Lions Club in Gerringong, so for all your bottles and cans, just use these yellow bins because they get recycled and the money goes back into the community. So on the day of your event, all music needs to be turned down by 10 PM and then completely off by 10:30, and all guests need to be off the property by 11 PM as per the terms and conditions. That's a stipulation and rule from council, so we really need to adhere to that. And then we also get a lot of questions on bump in and bump out. So generally speaking, bump in can happen from the time your booking starts, and bump out with all your suppliers needs to be finished by the time your booking ends. If you're having after your event, if you're having like a brunch or something like that, again, you just need to let us know about that. And also it's really important that you understand that the rules about parking still apply, but generally speaking we allow it, but you just need to let us know what you're doing. So that's a wrap, guys. Thanks very much for watching the video, and we hope that gives you a quick overview of what the property is about. Now, if you've got any further questions, you can always refer back to the site manager who's there to help you with any of the intricacies of what the property is about.